He will bring those wretches to a wretched end, they replied, and he will rent the vineyard to other tenants who will give him his share of the crop at harvest time. Yahushua said to them, have you never read the script, the stone which the builders rejected has become the cornerstone? The Most High has done this, and it's marvelous in our eyes. Therefore I tell you that the kingdom of the Most High will be taken away from you and given to a people who will produce its fruit. Anyone who falls on this stone will be broken to pieces. Anyone on whom it falls will be crushed. When the chief priests and the Pharisees heard Yahushua's parables, they knew he was talking about them. They looked for a way to arrest him, but they were afraid of the crowd because the people held that he was a prophet. Or they looked at him as if he was a prophet. Or they knew he was a prophet. But the key point here, family, is we must humble down. And the humbling process is part of the Most High making us jealous by letting the Gentiles into the kingdom. And that's what they was referring to. It said the kingdom of the Most High will be taken away from you and given to a people who will produce his fruit. And that's a very important point. Because a lot of us, we're too proud. We think because we have DNA and skin that that's going to get us into the kingdom. But all skin folk ain't kin folk. All of Yasharal is not Yasharal. And a whole lot gonna make it into the kingdom, you're not gonna think gonna be there. And a whole lot are not gonna go. And you could be like, where he go? Where he at? He didn't make it. Evidently had a little too much pride in his heart. Oh boy. And we see there in Matthew 18:3, truly I say to you, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of the Most High, or the kingdom of heaven. You're not going to be able to enter. And it's a sad song, but it's true. Hallelujah. And I was sitting there thinking about this idea today. I'm like, Pop, I don't think I'm going to go out today. And whenever I do that, he just get quiet and like he do when I ask him something that he's not gonna give me the answer to. He only go to breaking it down why he's not gonna answer me. I mean, why I shouldn't have that information. It's just a simple, you're not ready for that, or the door is closed on that idea, that question. See, there's a very thin line from how do I say that? Yes, he's our Father, but he's also the Most High. And he's handling Most High's business. And, oh, thank you, Pop. It was just, I was thinking about something as far as, thank you, Pop. That's what I was thinking. It's like we're children. Yes, we're his children, but he's the Most High. He's Elohim, what folks would call God. He's the highest of all. And even though we're his children and can come to him and have a unique relationship with him, that relationship is not cut off, but it can only go to so far as how I say that, to where you have to draw the line and respect who he is. I guess that's the best way to say it. We have to respect who he is as the Most High, and honor that side of him, honor that office of him, and honor that person he is. And we're children. We're never going to get to that level he's on. We can know more about him every single day throughout eternity, but we'll never get to that height. of where he is. Yes, he allows us to sit on his throne with him, but that's only to a certain level, to a certain extent. But we must honor him and humble down and honor him as who he is and his decisions. See, when it's written in this text, you best believe you better follow that text and not listen to man. And then we saw there in James 4:10 says, humble yourselves in the sight of the Most High, he shall lift you up, which we spoke on that. But let's go a little deeper. Let's look at James 4. Pride promotes strife. That's the heading they wrote on it. Where do wars and fights come from among you? Do they come from your desires for pleasure that war in your members? You lust and do not have. You murder and covet and not obtain. You fight and war, yet you do not have because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive because you ask amiss, that you may spend it on your pleasures. Adulterers and adulteresses. Do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with the Most High? Whoever therefore wants to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of the Most High. Can't we get that through our thick skulls? I think James was trying to say, I know that's what it's telling me. You can't be like them. Praise the Most High. And I have to say this. I saw a young lady speaking on a post earlier this morning. Came across my timeline. I was like, oh boy, what is she saying? Well, I said, she's saying something. She was like, you have to go through a process of being separated. This humbling process to where you're not going to be able to be like the other folks in this world. The Most High is separating you for a reason. And what I took from what she was saying and what the Most High was whispering in my heart is we're being separated for a reason. We're being separated for position. He's taking us and putting us to the side so he can use us in the next season to be the leaders, to be the rulers, to be the judges. But how many of us are willing to go through this process of being humbled down, separated, feeling like you're all alone in the world? But the text says, no, there's other brothers and sisters just like you going through the same thing you are. But that's what this process is about. We call it isolation. It's not for punishment, it's for promotion. Hallelujah. Yes, indeed. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Most High, and he will lift you up. He's going to exalt you in due season. He's going to put you on that throne right beside his and say, now rule here on the earth as I do in heaven. Hallelujah. Do not boast about tomorrow. Come now, you who say, today and tomorrow we will go to such and such a city, spend a year there, buy and sell and make profit, whereas you do not know what will happen tomorrow. For what is your life? Is it even a vapor that appears for a little time and then vanishes away? Instead, you ought to say, if the Most High wills, we shall live and do this or that. But now you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil. Talking about that pride. Therefore, to him who knows to do good and does not do it, to him is sin. Praise the Most High. So we're saying today, family, it's necessary. This here humbling process, this here isolation that you're going through. Because you're a part of the copestone. And notice it said it's a flat stone forming part of the coping of a wall. And see, that cornerstone, it goes right there in the middle, usually in the place of other beams to support all the beams together, to hold the beams